Okay, what was I doing before I was summoned here?
Masturbating at the side of the road.
I'm not going to be masturbating.
Jerking off a drifter.
I'm not
Hand jobs in the Fruit Loop.
Warning, this podcast contains violence, sexuality, gore, and other horrible and disturbing things. Listener discretion is advised. Also, be aware that the hosts of this venture are ignorant dipshits, so please do not take anything they say as fact. And enjoy the show.
Now, are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then we'll begin.
Today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be.
The atoms in your left hand probably came from a different star than your right hand.
It is our basic human right to be fucked up.
A second plane now has crashed into the other tower of the World Trade Center.
Putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
The defendant shall be incarcerated for the rest of her natural life with no possibility of parole.
You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men.
We were somewhere around Barstow, on the edge of the desert, when the drugs began to take hold.
See, and I'm called Robot because I've spent so long answering phones that I'm dead on the inside.
Oh, do you work at like a call center?
I used to work at a call center. Now I'm a 911 dispatcher.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I tried getting into that in Vancouver, and it's like impossible to get in there.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, it probably would
really
be out
hard,
in Vancouver.
yeah.
It'd be really competitive. It's a big city.
I
911 dispatcher. That's a badass job.
I enjoy it. It's pretty. I mean, I'm not some big old like veteran on it. I've only been doing it for like 6 months now, but it's kind of been in the works for longer than that.
That's super cool though.
Mm-hmm.
That's a badass job.
It's a good gig. Yeah.
I don't think I'd have the emotional fortitude to do it.
No, I couldn't do it. I'd laugh at people too much.
I could totally do it.
You got your dick stuck in the pool drain.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yes, you. Seriously?
I could totally do
I'm
it.
having a baby. What should I do? I don't know. Fucking push or something.
No, you don't push.
Don't fucking push.
Well,
hold it in.
There's an appropriate time to push. Don't try to prevent the birth, please.
Yeah, don't try to prevent
Cram
the
it
birth.
back in.
Pretend you're like a wine bottle.
As a person who has given birth.
Do you have any giant corks nearby?
Immediately consume the placenta.
A lot of people are into that now.
raw.
Ignore the child. If it cannot survive the first 5 minutes alone, it does not.
It is the warrior's way.
Does he have a gun? Yeah. Is it loaded? What the fuck am I supposed to know?
Do you think the baby's dangerous? Please. This is important. Are there any hazardous materials around?
If you're in America, it's like, okay, is the baby okay? Is it delivered? Okay, I'll go to the nearest gun store. The baby needs to be protected.
Do you know
Needs a gun.
CPR? No. We'll take off her pants to make sure she hasn't soiled herself.
Get out.
That's a sure sign of death. South Park has taught me.
Hey, leave us a voicemail or send us an email. What did you think of Agent Orange? And in fact, go back. What did you think of Apollo Soyuz? Because I want to know what I can do better. And if this is the kind of content you like with my historical conspiracies, let me know and give me some ideas. Because I really love this shit. And if you like it, I'll keep doing it.
So, what's your poison?
You're the cracker, Leon.
Okay. Am I cracking this?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to crack it.
That was delicious. Oh, that was a good crack.
Oh.
So today, for What's Your Poison, we are drinking Crazy Uncle Hard Root Beer. And their slogan is, Craft Soda for Grown-Ups.
I love root beer. I'm really excited for
I enjoy root beer too, and I like liquor, so we'll see how this goes.
I found that some of the hard root beers can be a little bit hit or miss.
Great Western has like a root beer. It's fucking terrible. Because it's half beer, half root beer. It's not a hard root beer.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, by the way, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Robot. I'm your guest today.
Yeah, Robot's the guest.
Robot.
That's
I don't
me.
actually know where he came from.
Yeah.
Beep boop.
I only found out about him when he rang the buzzer to come up to the studio. I had no idea prior to that.
You mean when I was mysteriously summoned here by
right.
dark
Yeah,
magics?
mysteriously summoned.
Yeah, the buzzer's just a pseudonym.
It's the focus for the spell.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good.
This is so good.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
wow.
I'm in trouble because I'm just going to drink all of your guys' root beer.
Oh,
Where
that's
did you
actually a
get
really
this?
good root beer,
That's
too.
fucking phenomenal.
What's the percentage on that?
5%.
That's
Fuck,
decent.
that's good.
I'm gonna take a picture of it.
It's like just actual root beer.
Yeah, it just tastes like actual root beer.
Oh, that's so good. I would definitely drink that again.
Yeah, this is a little too drinkable.
That
Like-
pours
could
with
get
such a
very
nice
drunk on
little
this.
creamy head too.
Yeah.
Creamy head.
Looks good. Oh, shush. There's nothing wrong with creamy head.
There isn't.
I mean, if it all goes correctly, the head should be creamy by the end. Yeah, this oddly
This
tastes.
is what your husband is up to.
This oddly tastes creamy. Like it almost tastes like there's like a teaspoon of ice cream in this.
Well, there's the two sides of the root beer spectrum, right? There's the creamy side, and there's like the really
The
super
bitey side.
I think it's like the sarsaparilla side or whatever.
Sarsaparilla.
Wow,
Are you?
fuck you
Yeah, that's that's the root in root beer.
Is it?
Yeah, it's sarsaparilla root.
I always just thought it was elves.
Man.
Elves.
Elves?
Did you say elves? Not even elves.
No, elves.
Elves.
Houses.
I always assumed that root beer was like some byproduct of making beer, and they make that byproduct into the root beer.
Fuck me sideways, this is good.
That's like, yeah.
Hot damn.
It's like 100 elves dancing on
It
my
is.
tongue.
I just sent this to Mrs. Leon Felger with no preamble, just a picture of you.
Oh, that's the best way to do it.
She's going to love it.
It was my first message to her.
No context.
Yeah.
Are you guys not friends?
Well, we're friends. We just don't. I don't know.
You guys should go to a movie.
I know we should. Maybe not. The last time I went to a movie with one of Leon's partners, they ended up getting...
She was my wife at the time, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was your wife at the time.
You went to a movie with her, and then the marriage fell apart.
Yeah.
The marriage was shit way before that.
I know. I'm not taking responsibility for
What
that.
movie was it?
It was Crimson...
It was a horror movie.
Yeah, it was awesome. What
'Cause
the
I
hell
wouldn't
was
go
it?
with her.
It had Brandywine Cucumber Hatch in it with his ass, and he was so hot.
Benny Tooth's Cumbersnoot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Crimson Tide, but that's
No, it's
not
not
it.
Crimson Tide. It's like
No.
Crimson Peaks. Crimson Peak?
Was it a vampire movie?
we start
No, it
rating
was
this
ghosts.
liquor now?
No. I need to
This
find
is
the
the,
name of
this
this
is
movie.
the longest fucking What's Your Poison
Shut
ever.
up.
Yeah.
We can edit it down.
No, we're not going
Movies
to,
can
though.
be a sort of poison.
Yeah. Crimson
Tide.
This
No,
is the
it's
funny
not
thing, though, about
Peak.
our episodes, because we record 3 in a row and get steadily drunker throughout them, and we never release them in that order.
Yeah.
So just be like a shit face.
Is it Crimson Peak?
Yeah.
That's like...
It was like a ghost. There it is. Yeah, it's Crimson Peak.
That sounds like an instruction from a vampire dessert recipe book.
It was a good movie.
Like, beat the blood until you form crimson peaks, and then it can be put on top of the pie. I keep on doing the same thing. We have to rate
We still
it.
need to rate our drinks.
Fuck. I'm gonna rate it 8 out of 10. It's really good tasting. It's creamy, and it's shockingly drinkable. Like, if I didn't buy just 2 of these, if I bought a 12-pack of these, I could finish them and be knocked off my ass without struggling to get it down.
Oh, yeah, this would sneak up on you.
It's Alco-Pop.
It is. Well,
it is
it's
for
like
sure.
more poppy than that strawberry champagne that we had.
There's like
Oh,
almost no liquor taste to it.
Yeah, no, it's
There's no
smooth.
liquor taste to it
Yeah.
to me.
I don't know. What do you guys rate the root beer?
Okay, well, I would rate it high just because it tastes like legit root beer.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say like a 7. Like, it's really good. It just tastes like straight up.
Okay,
I'm
honestly, like, in doing this rating, I'm trying to be really objective.
Yeah.
What does it lack?
Bite.
Yeah.
I don't need bite, though.
Okay, then it's fine for you then. If you like the creamier...
Yeah, like, I could get super stealth drunk on this really quickly. I
Oh,
could
yeah.
drink all of these and be really drunk. I'm going to give it a 10.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm giving this 10 out of 10.
This is really good.
I'm absolutely buying this again.
All
This is
of you people,
fabulous.
all you people out in podcast land need to try this shit
This is
because it's
incredible.
delicious.
Yeah.
We will post pictures of it on all of our stuffs.
Crazy Uncle, all natural flavor hard root beer, craft soda for grown-ups. This is fucking incredible.
International news and information. This is BBC World.
Is this the gun that you use to kill people?
Yes, this is the gun we use to kill people, and there's many more others.
And how often would you kill people?
Like every day we kill people.
For money?
Yes, for money.
And how much do you normally get paid?
Like for the big bosses, if we kill the big bosses, it's about 50,000. And we kill the soldiers, about 20,000.
So how easy is it to find someone like you if I wanted to get someone killed? How
It's
easy
very
would it be
quick.
to find you?
Like I said, every second guy here have a gun here by us. So And it won't be that long to get someone like me.
Just pick up the phone.
And how much planning does it take?
No, not for me, not much planning. But
Tell
you
me
have to
how
plan.
much time?
You have to plan. But I give you like a week.
As much as a week?
Yes, I give you for a week.
Could you do it in less time?
In less time, if I see you anytime during the day or the night, and I've got the gun, I must kill you because you're going to kill me if you see me.
And do you have a shortage of bullets, or do you find you've got enough ammunition? You can get ammunition from...
Yes, we buy ammunition from different areas, different people.
And do you know what would happen to you if you were caught?
Yes.
You're not worried about that?
Yeah, we're not actually worried about it because we know we're going to come out again.
And what about the conscience of actually killing someone, taking away someone's life?
It's not that hard for me, and because it's for a living I doing it. It's for money, and I must look after my family, so it's not that hard for me to kill someone.
You don't feel any
I don't
regret
feel any,
or
no.
any...
Not at all, because he's not going to feel any regrets for me if he killed me.
And how do you kill them? I mean, do you just walk up to them? How do you do it?
Yes,
Can you
we
talk
do it
us through
different.
something?
No, we just go there and I do my thing.
What? How do you do
ways.
it? Talk me through it. Where do you shoot them?
We shoot them in the chest and in the head, the main parts of the body.
How many bullets would you use to do that?
I'll use all my bullets, but I'll keep 3.
And even the first time you killed someone, you didn't feel anything?
No, because the first time I killed someone, before I killed him, he shot me. So I didn't feel any regrets of killing him.
Is there any job that you turned down?
No, there's no job I turned down ever.
So if someone asked you to kill a woman or a child, would you think about that?
Yeah, I'll think about that, but if I have to kill you, I must kill you.
Alrighty, so for my episode, we're talking about contract killers. So the definition for a contract killer is one party hires another to kill one or more people. Now, why do people hire contract killers? There's 3 main reasons.
They're too fucking
kill
lazy
people.
to do it themselves.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Laziness.
Yeah, to save themselves from doing it. Either they think it's too much effort, or it seems too messy, or they couldn't kill someone. They couldn't bring themselves to do it. The second thing is they're one step away from murder. So some people said, well, I could do it myself, but if I hire a stranger to do it, it's less easy to track down.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the third one, if the person they're going after is considered dangerous, or if they're protected or anything like that, they may hire some professional to kill because they fear retaliation, or they fear them doing it going wrong and them getting killed or hurt.
Oh.
Puts you in the line of danger.
Yeah, in the line of fire.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is a survey from Australia. Now, I couldn't get any results from Canada, but Australia has a similar population to Canada, so I figure it's quasi the same.
It's ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Population of 24 million. Canada's at like 31 million.
So take it with a grain of salt.
Are we like 35 now?
Yeah, maybe 35. How many attempted contract killings do you think the police found in Australia?
A shitload.
2,500.
The number
931.
Actually,
one, Bob.
Leon. Oh, geez, we're at 36 million. I was way off. Okay, so for those many years, the ones that the police found was just 162.
Oh.
So it's definitely not a shit ton. We were all
I
wrong.
apparently really, really misestimated the Australians. Okay.
You mean well, it's okay.
My apologies, Australia.
Now that either means that the police are really, really good at their jobs, and contract killing isn't all that popular.
Do we have listeners from Australia?
Oh yeah.
How many?
3 or 4, I think.
Hi, Australia.
All right, Aussies, get on this.
Okay. What's the most common day of the week that contract killing happens?
Sunday.
Yeah. Any other guesses?
Tell me it was Sunday.
What's your
Friday?
I guess Tuesday.
What's your rationale behind Sunday?
I usually don't masturbate on Sundays.
Okay. What about
It's my
you?
day of rest.
Yeah, I guess.
So that's the day where you're all pent up and angry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess God says, okay, sorry, Leon has spilled a seed and has killed however many potential children. I don't need to make any contract killings today.
Fact.
Okay. What's your rationale behind Tuesday?
Well, nothing happens on Tuesday. It's the most innocent of days.
Surprisingly enough, the most common killing day of the week is Tuesday.
Oh, what's up?
What the fuck?
I got the mind of a killer. What's up?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's it. Like, Tuesday is such a blah day, and it's like...
Nobody expects anything on Tuesday.
Yeah. It's stuff.
I have school on Tuesday.
Stuff starts to get exciting around Wednesday, but Tuesday's just the day after Monday.
Wednesday is hump day.
Yeah.
Everyone's excited.
Yeah, Monday sucks,
Halfway
Wednesday
there.
is hump day, and Tuesday is just Tuesday.
Mind you, Tuesday's got
is just
some Ruby Tuesday.
I like that song.
Because Manic Monday, Ruby Tuesday, way better than Manic Monday.
Yeah.
There's no song about Wednesday, because fuck it.
And
is there a I'm going to Google Wednesday song.
Wednesday's hump day. You're halfway there.
Hump day. And then
But see,
Thursday's
like-
the pre-can.
But you work shifts, so weekend means nothing to you.
Yeah, that's
I get like
correct.
1 weekend out of 3. Like that means it's useless. Saturday, what the fuck? That's work day. Sunday at 3 a.m. work day.
Okay, you got me.
The most common reasons for the contract killing. Now, I'm going to give you guys two options.
I'm excited.
You guys have to decide which one do you think is in first place for the reason people hire killers, and which one is in second place. The two options are insurance payout. So you get insurance on whoever.
No ways, jilted lover.
And the second one is political business.
Neither. Jilted lover.
I'm going to say political business.
Yeah, I'll say political business too.
Okay. In first place, insurance payout is the number one.
What?
Yeah, that's the way that people who hire contract killers are most often caught is, just coincidentally, an insurance program is started up soon before the person happens to die.
It's like Black Widows.
And the second one is political or business. Now, this is kind of corporate espionage and killing off competition, or if you're Russia, it's just anybody who insults Putin. Putin, please don't come and get me.
We're busy.
I'm not strong. It's fine. Okay. What's the most common weapon used for contract killing?
Guns.
I
Or
would
poison. No, not poison. Guns.
Poison is used in movies. I'm gonna say it's gonna be guns, definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's guns. They're easily accessible. They get the job done. A bullet to the head is pretty reliable if the gauge is high enough.
You say a bolt to the head?
Oh, that works too, but no.
Cleaner than a knife.
That's
too.
why they used to kill cows. It's like a bolt gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't eat cows.
There was a movie about that.
It's disgusting.
Guy going around with a bolt gun.
You're a bolt gun.
It was called Earthlings with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Joaquin. You say Joaquin?
He made me a vegan for like 3 years.
Well, I'm like a quasi. I'm not a
Bullshit. You still eat fish.
I also still eat cheese, but I don't drink milk.
Oh, that's...
You clearly were.
No. I said that's not a vegan if you eat cheese.
I know. I said I'm not a vegan.
You're vegetarian.
I'm a pescatarian.
Right.
Yeah.
She eats
You're
pests,
doing your best.
I'm doing my best.
such as rodents and cockroaches.
I don't eat rodents, but I probably would eat cockroaches.
I ate 8 veggie dogs last week.
Do you get veggie dogs or do you get soy dogs?
How were
Veggie
they?
dogs.
So for all the murders out there, so for all the killings, what percentage of them do you think are contract killings?
Oh, I don't know that.
Now remember that there's only 162, but those are the 162 that were found, caught, convicted in Australia. But the FBI has a slightly higher number for what they think is the actual percentage.
I'd say 20%.
Yeah.
I don't even know, honestly.
Make a guess. Don't be a wiener.
I don't know. 15%.
All right. Thank you.
7.
Okay. Once again, Leon's the closest. 2%.
Woo!
Fuck you, Leon. I was going to say 5, and then you threw me off my game, Sage.
Yeah. Sorry.
An estimated 2% of
sorry.
killings. Okay, how much do you think it would cost in Canada to hire a contract killer on average?
$3,000.
$100.
$10,000.
Okay, you're close. $15,000.
Holy shit!
Now
Why am I not a contract killer?
Now
It's
remember,
a dangerous job. You got to get your hazard pay.
There's a lot of risk involved.
now
It's your hazard pay.
remember I said average. The median price to hire someone is $5,000. So it costs about $5,000 to kill someone.
Oh yeah.
The reason the average is brought up so high is because if you go after a high value target,
No, you'll pay like $100,000.
Yeah.
like if you go after like a political elite or some high guy in business or somebody that's well protected, they can range anywhere from $100,000 all the way to a few $1 million.
How much can I pay to kill Sage Murray?
It wouldn't be very much.
$5.
Yeah.
What kind of lock do you got on your front door?
We have a couple good locks on our front door. It would be and we also have really yappy dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. I try to drop off rent payments and fucking...
Yeah,
Dogs go psycho.
Yeah, my dogs are psycho.
I locked myself out of my apartment today with my knob lock, and then I just jimmied
You're
it
a knob lock.
Wow, it's so rude. I just jimmied it open with a Staples copy card. I was so proud of myself.
That was kind of exciting.
Oh yeah, my driver's side door has been broken for a few months, so I always have to get in the passenger side.
Huh.
Yeah, I think we're all closer to like the $5,000.
Yeah, rather than the $100,000.
That's the low end.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that disposing of the body costs extra, or do you think that's part of the package deal?
Oh, I think that's part of the package deal. You can't just leave a body laying around.
Yeah.
Draws attention.
Yeah, you can.
I feel like that would
talk to like so many serial killers.
Okay, but I feel like if you're being a businessman about it, that's like not a great way to go about it.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, if you want to stand out from the competition, you should offer like free disposal.
Stand out from the competition.
You'd laugh, but when I looked at some pages on the dark web, there's this.
Of course you did. You're on a watch list now too.
Oh yeah, we're all going to be on a watch
list since I was like 12. Then
yeah. So there's this website that tracks down who they think are actual killers, and they try and tell the FBI or whatever government agency, hey, these guys are actually operating, they're actually doing work, so you should go get them.
Are they white hats? Is that a thing, or is that just something I saw on TV? I don't know.
I think
that's a thing.
I think white hats is the right term.
It's like a philosophy.
Yeah.
I remember playing around on the deep web when I was a younger, more impulsive 4chaner.
Oh yes, the Tor.
The Onion Router.
Okay, so I'll talk about some notable contract killers throughout history. So Charles Harrison was a notable contract killer. He was hired by Alan Berg, who was a DJ. He killed Sam DeLegia. He was a grain dealer for $20,000. Now, Sam DeLegia wanted to, I guess, drive out the competition by raising grain prices, and that way he can become a monopoly in this farmer's grain market.
Oh my God, that's like the worst. That's like the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, it's like Middletown America espionage.
It's a big commodity. There's a lot of money in it.
Oh, yeah. My Dita was a farmer.
My family's a grain family.
Yeah, my family's a grain family too.
Yeah, Sam DeLegia, he was trying to build a monopoly on grain prices, and he was killed by this Charles Harrison. Judge John Wood. A drug dealer hired Charles Harrelson to kill Judge John Wood because the judge was known as Maximum Sentence John.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's a serious reputation for a judge.
Yeah, basically, anytime there was a drug charge, this judge would give out the maximum sentence because he wanted to be hard on crime, hard on drugs, all that good stuff. So this guy was hired to take the judge out. Now, here's the funny thing. Charles Harrelson is actually related to somebody in Hollywood that's quite popular.
Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, he is the father of Woody Harrelson.
No way.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Woody Harrelson's badass in Zombieland.
Yeah,
Good
he's
film.
awesome.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
awesome in Zombieland.
Another notable contract killer in history is Richard Kalinsky, known as the Iceman. He was known as the Iceman because basically there's a realm of forensic science where you can take the body temperature of a body and you can tell what time they died approximately. Because a human body takes a long time to cool off, apparently. And what the Iceman did is every time he killed somebody, he would stick them in the freezer. That way, when he dumps the body later, they have no clue when they died. That throws that whole thing off. He murdered around 100 to 250 people.
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
Probably made a lot of bank.
Oh, yeah. He was the go-to killer for the Gambino crime family. So he was one of the people that was hired for political or business reasons. I guess crime families and mobsters, when they kill, it's considered for political or business.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing they did that was interesting, and why he was able to kill so many people, up to 250 people, is he kept on changing weapons. So every time he did a killing almost, he changed weapons. He would use knives, poison, fire. Sometimes he says to get exercise. And
my God.
He says this is the only exercise he ever got. He beat them to death with his bare fists and feet.
Christ almighty.
Yeah.
So he never had a consistent MO to track then.
Well, the only consistency in the MO, and something that added to his thing as the Iceman, is he would pretty much go and he would kill someone with an ice pick, then he would kill someone randomly, then he'd kill someone with an ice pick, and then kill him randomly.
Oh.
So he seemed to have a liking for the ice pick.
He still had his fixation. Yeah.
Alexander Solonik was another contract killer in history. Now, he is the inspiration for Agent 47. If any of our listeners out there play the Hitman video games, he is the inspiration for Agent 47 because when he went on his killing sprees, it was often going after high-value targets that were protected by a bunch of bodyguards and had a bunch of systems. And he was known for having great hand-to-hand fighting, for being able to take on multiple people at once, and he also always dual-wielded pistols. And unlike in Hollywood movies, it's very, very hard to learn to be accurate with two pistols, but he learned and he built his arms strong enough that he was able to be fully accurate with both pistols as he was wielding them.
A real consummate professional.
Yep. He was a millionaire from all his killings, and he only went after high-value targets, so he made his millions off of only about 30 kills.
Cool.
Wow. Well, and he did, what, 250, right?
On the high end, 100 on the low end.
100, okay.
Yeah, of course, since he's an ex-mobster, it's very hard to get him to talk. He got sent to jail for only 5 of the killings, because those are the 5 they could pin on him. But from all the circumstantial evidence and from some snitches in the Gambino crime family, they estimate it's anywhere from 100 to 250.
Wow.
Nifty.
Yeah. Now here's the funner part, I think. Now it's cool talking about like the contract killers in history. Like they're interesting people, they have interesting things. Now I think it's way more funny to talk about the people who hired them, and more out to like talk about when it goes horribly wrong. Coming up, I'm going to tell you the worst excuse I've ever heard for someone doing a crime. So when they are convicted of something, the worst excuse ever. But first, Wanda Holloway, the best mom ever or the worst person ever. Sometimes both.
Sometimes people say that about me.
Yeah. She says that she's the best. She says that she's the best mom ever because she did insane things to support her child. Would you hire a contract killer to support your child?
Hire a contract killer or become a contract killer?
Hire one.
Well, it depends on what my child did.
Let's say your child wanted to become... What's a hobby your child has?
I don't know. He's 3. He watches dinosaur shows.
His hobby is fire trucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say that there's a gold medal competition in town here for the person who can best watch dinosaur shows.
Okay. Well, he'd clearly win.
Well, he'd have some tough competition.
But there's a kid out there, and there's rumors that he's really, really good at watching dinosaur shows. Would you hire a contract killer to kill that kid in cold blood to make sure wins first place?
No.
Oh, kid's name.
Yeah, to make sure your kid.
Your kid, yeah. There's a lot of bleeping that's going to happen here.
Yeah.
I gotta say that a competition for how long your kid can watch dinosaurs sounds more like a competition for the most neglectful parent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I am not a neglectful parent.
No, you're not. You're a very good parent.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you hire a contract killer to support your piggies?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, well...
No, and I mean that in all seriousness. Yes, I would.
You would hire one for your piggies, and I would not hire one for my child.
No, but I think there's a difference in ethics. Like, I don't care about human life all that much. No, but I mean, like, look at the industry I work in. Like, I deal with people dying all the time. It's there's nothing really sacred about death for me anymore. So...
Yeah.
What's the difference between life and death? There's really not. Like it's just you shit and you know it, or you shit and you don't.
You are, then you aren't.
Exactly. Yeah. It means nothing to me now, which is fucked because I know like my own parents are going to die, and I worry that the work I've done is going to make me numb to their own deaths, and they won't be able to grieve properly.
No, it won't. It'll be different.
I get that though, because when you work in palliative care like that, I guess death almost starts to become regular and mechanical.
It's not even so much as regular, but it's not a mark anymore. It's not even a transition. It's just part of the continuum.
Yeah. Anyways,
circle of life.
You're not on the level of Wanda Holloway, but you are.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so what Wanda Holloway did, there was a competition in cheerleading. Wanda Holloway's daughter was in it, and there was a woman whose daughter was also in the same cheerleading competition. And she was doing a bit better than Wanda Holloway's daughter. So what Wanda did is she hired a killer to kill the other girl's mom. And she thought, if I kill her mom, or I hire somebody to kill her mom, hopefully that child will get distraught and sad enough that she'll drop out of the cheerleading competition, and that makes sure that my child will rocket to first place.
Makes no fucking sense. That's stupid.
I wouldn't.
There's so many better ways to go about that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's. I'm thinking because there are videos on the internet of guinea pigs doing really like fancy fucking tricks, like shit that I don't know how to do, jumping through flaming hoops and whatnot.
Yeah.
If one of those guinea pigs was better than Erin's happy just being a guinea pig. She doesn't give a fuck, and there's no competition. She's good at eating spinach. Really, that's it. She eats spinach and she shits everywhere.
Yeah.
That's all you
That's
need
a
to
good
do.
life, though.
It's a fantastic life.
Yeah.
That pig is such a good life.
Oh yeah. One of my ferrets is autistic, and he doesn't know his face from his butt, but he's the happiest little guy ever.
How do you know that a ferret's autistic?
He has Warrenberg syndrome, which is the ferret equivalent to autism.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, also not cool. I don't know.
Yeah, when
he's really cute. I love him.
Oh yeah, he's a little troublemaker, but he doesn't understand cause and effect. Like when he bites the cat, he doesn't understand why the cat smacks him. He thinks I bit the cat and the cat smacked me. Those two events are not connected. Why did the cat smack me? And he just continues. The next employer. So this is the one that has the worst excuse I've ever heard. So her name is Dalia Dippolito.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Basically, she hired an undercover cop to kill her husband while at the gym. So.
Oh, I think I heard that story.
Oh yeah. I think it was. It's been on a bunch of podcasts. But basically, she wanted to hire a contract killer, and there's always cops out there that have fake websites, and if you hit on them, you're talking to an undercover cop instead of an actual contract killer. So she asked the undercover cop, "Hey, can you kill my husband for me while I'm at the gym?" She had this big production where when she came back from the gym, the cops were in front of the house. She starts breaking down before the cop tells her that her husband is dead. I'll put the video on there. You can hear it in the audio. You'll hear the cop say, "I'm sorry, man, your husband is..." And when he gets to husband, she starts breaking down and crying before he says dead. So she was prepared to go anyway.
I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed. No. He's been killed, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down.
No.
Listen, right now we need to get you to the station.
No.
We need to get you to our police station. I can't let you stay, man. We have to do our job. If you want us to find his killer, okay? We need you to calm down. I'm going to need you to go with these detectives, okay? Does he have enemies? Is there anyone that would want to hurt him?
The reason it was caught on tape is because in that town, cops was filming. So they thought, hey, this local lady wants to hire somebody to kill her husband. Let's suit up the vehicle. Let's catch her on tape. Let's record her doing it. So
Bad boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Oh yeah.
I like that show.
Oh yeah. So
it's white cops beating black men. It's fantastic.
Well.
Wow.
Yeah. So they had
That's
her.
not fantastic.
Well.
They had her dead to rights. Like the undercover cop was like, "Are you sure you want to go through this? Are you sure you want your husband dead?" And she said, "I am 5,000% sure."
Oh shit!
Now
that is very sure. That is more sure than I've
high
been
degree
about
of
anything
assurance
in my life.
Now I want. Can anybody? What do you think is the worst excuse you could come up for it? So you're on video admitting to this. What excuse would you come up with to avoid it?
Didn't sexually satisfy me.
Okay.
I didn't know any better.
I was drunk.
Okay. You want to hear her excuse?
Yeah.
She thought that... So she got caught on the recording saying that she wanted to get killed. She claimed that she was auditioning for a reality TV show, that she knew the cameras were there, she knew the recording was happening, and she thought when she got in that vehicle to hire somebody to kill her husband, that she was on a reality TV show.
Did she get off on that?
No. She went to jail. Yeah.
I'd get off on that.
Insanity plea.
Yeah, she got sentenced to 16 years in prison, but that's the story that her defense lawyers went with.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've got another one.
Okay.
I thought he wanted to be murdered.
Yeah.
Oh, just give him what he wants.
I don't know his life.
And for you patrons out there that might be interested, me and my partner Daniel are going to be doing a deep dive into the Dalia Dippolito case. We're going to put that in the Black Archive for the $5 and up patrons. So if you want to know a bit more about that case, just go there. Okay, so the last one is Tim Lammis. He's the vocalist of As I Lay Dying.
Oh yeah, I heard about this one.
Way.
You know that they're Jesus-y?
Yeah, he's also the vocalist for Australian Death Machine and Pytherion. So he kept on going to this gym, and he contacted somebody at the gym to kill somebody. Of course, the person that he hired at the gym was an undercover police officer, and he was caught and sentenced to 6 years. He blamed his falling belief in God and his mind-altering steroid use. So he said he blamed his atheism, and that's why he hired a contract killer. And he also said that it was because I was taking steroids is why I hired a contract killer.
I used to really like As I Lay Dying.
Yeah.
I've never heard of them.
They're really good.
I think you can appreciate the art while hating the person that makes it.
Sometimes that's easier said than done.
Separation of art from artist. That's why I still like Orson Scott Card.
Yeah.
That's why I still like Louis C.K.
Yeah.
There's a good one, yeah.
That's why I still like George Orwell.
There's a bad one, I guess.
I mean, it's a bad one, but I still find his shit funny.
It's still really freaking funny.
Yeah. That was a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but creeps are creeps. Okay, so those are the famous killers and those are the famous employers that we went through. Maybe we'll go into more detail. I kind of want to go into more detail of the Dalia Dippolito, because that case is just stupidity back to front. The defense lawyers were fuck-ups. She was a fuck-up. The police investigation was a fuck-up. It was so fucked up that the defense lawyers thought it was reasonable and that they could possibly win on, I thought it was a reality TV show defense.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. So hiring. So if you look into Google to find killers, one of three things will happen. One, it'll be a scam. So basically, there's a bunch of fake hire a killer websites that'll ask you to put in your credit card info, like, I would like to put one contract killing in my shopping cart. And of course, they're scams. They'll take your money and they'll run.
Can I use my Amazon Prime for this?
I gotta pee.
Yeah. If you use your Amazon Prime, the killing will take place in 24 hours or less. Yeah. And if they take your money and run, what are you going to do? Go to the police? I hired somebody to kill somebody and they took my money. Number two, it's a cop. If you go onto regular Google and look for somebody, it's probably a cop. Number three, it's a joke. There's a bunch of joke killing websites. My favorite that I found was www.hireakiller.com. It's a pest control company in Tennessee. I thought that was kind of funny. If you really want to find an actual killer, you have to go to the Tor network. Would you mind going into detail more about what the Onion Router is?
Oh, sure. I can tell you about the deep web. So basically imagine the internet that you know and love. You got like your Facebook, your Google, your Reddit, news sites and everything. YouPorn, absolutely. And then off to the side of that, it's separate, but it's also a part of it. You have the deep web. And that's built on top of a software project called the Tor project, and Tor short for the Onion Router. The idea with that is you connect to an encrypted server, which connects to an encrypted server, which connects to an encrypted server, and it just builds up these layers of anonymity around you like an onion until eventually you have this super secure tunnel that lets you browse anonymously. And then also built into like this Tor network, there's another set of websites. There's like a whole other internet. And when a lot of people hear that, they're like, oh, okay, so this is where you find hired killers, drug deals, and like child porn rings.
Yeah.
And they're not wrong. Like that stuff is out there, but it's also like this whole wide internet full of message boards, everything, all sorts of stuff. It's basically like the unlisted phone numbers of the internet where there's no way of even really knowing what's out there until you know what's out there and where to find it already. Like there's some indexes of expired websites that don't exist anymore, but like largely it's spread by word of mouth.
Yeah. One day we'll do an episode on the deep web and all that and all the different things out there, but we'll just get a taste this time.
Obviously, a big problem with like the whole deep web anonymity thing is that like you can't ring up your bank and say, oh, I want to send $10,000 to this guy to kill my husband's mistress.
Yeah,
doesn't really work. But that's why we have the Bitcoins now.
Oh yeah,
since 2009.
On the deep web, Bitcoin is king.
Oh yeah, it's the main currency.
So the main, I guess, the most popular killing network on the deep web is the Chechenian mob. And you can find them at 5NR, 3YOXHBGZ44444F6.onion.co.
Sounds about right. Incomprehensible.
Oh, yes. Basically, they have a hire a hit there's a website called Hire a Hitman. And what these guys do, and hireahitman.com is on the regular internet. And what these guys do, what these guys do is they skulk around the deep web and they try and find like legitimate contract killing hiring websites. And they basically They check in, they see if they're legit, they see if they're actually if they're actually killing people, and then they expose them on their website, and they pretty much say, hey, FBI, we found these guys in the deep web that are actually killing people, maybe you could look into them, and that's basically what Hire a Hitman does.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so the biggest one there is on the Chechnyan mob. There's another one called the Hitman Network, and that one is most popular in the USA, Canada, and Europe. The only stipulations that the Hitman Network has is no kids under 16 and no top 10 politicians. And they consider top 10 by number of Google hits. So the top 10 most popular politicians, they're not going to go for too hard. And another thing about the Hitman Network is they have a baseline price. If you want to kill someone, it's $10,000 in USA and Canada and $12,000 in Europe because they're based in USA, I guess, and they have to buy a plane ticket over to Europe.
And so we put a price on a human life.
Oh, yeah, about $10,000.
That's kind of horrifying.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's not kind of horrifying. That's horrifying.
I like to think someone would have to pay at least that much to kill me.
Yeah.
No, they'd pay $500. We already discussed this. We're all $500.
I think I'd be like the freebie they throw in with the other guy.
You're the gang initiation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one I found is called the Unfriendly Solution.
Oh, that's kind of a cool site name.
Oh, yeah. So a bunch of these contract killing websites, they are groups of people that work together. The Unfriendly Solution is just an independent. He's an entrepreneur, I guess. He's been doing it for 7 years. The website's been removed, but when he was active for 7 years, he was known to on the deep web to do any type of killing. He said, if I'm paid enough, I'll do anything to anyone. So he advertised that he will carry out whatever torture plans or anything like that that you set forth as long as you pay him enough. Of course, he only accepts Bitcoins, and the weird thing is he is very professional on his website. It's weird to see a contract killer's website be so put together and professional. He had feedback from past guests.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And it sounded like Amazon reviews. Like he was very polite and straightforward when doing business. The contract was committed quickly, and there was no it was just like an Amazon review.
Very professional service would use again.
Yeah, and he had a very corporate, professional-looking website.
Plus.
Yeah. The last one is the assassination market. The assassination market is it's a weird one. It's the first one where they're crowdfunding killing.
What?
So basically, through the dark web, they were using. It's basically a Kickstarter for murder.
That's so wild.
Yeah. So basically, people would bet when the target would die. And they'd pick certain people out there, and they start betting on what day they will die. And the idea behind this is in a backwards way. If the bet gets high enough, and you were to place a bet that they would die on a certain day, they would hope that someone would go out there to kill them and collect the money.
It's like Black Mirror shit.
Yeah. Apparently, this assassination market, it's invite only, so they only allow bidders in that they vet. So it's hard to know whether any actual contracts were carried out. They're on the FBI list. They haven't been shut down because they've been so careful. So there's no real information on whether they've actually killed anyone. But they have some pots going for quite high. Donald Trump right now is sitting at $2.2 million for the amount of bets that have been placed on him. The highest bet right now is December 22nd for around $100,000.
December?
Yeah, December 22nd for around
of last year?
Of this year.
It's not December yet, man.
It's November this month.
Oh, I know, but people were betting that he's gonna die.
I gotcha. Sorry.
They're betting he's gonna die on December 22nd.
Oh,
the murderer is a time traveler.
The day before Festivus.
Yeah, and because of the randomness of the internet, a bunch of people jumped on that bet, and the pot is sitting at $100,000 right now.
Wow.
So those are all the deep webs. We're gonna go through the differences between a good hitman and a bad hitman, and then the 4 levels of hitman, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so what would you guys consider to be the qualities of a good hitman?
Anonymity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one. Disconnected from the target and employer. The next one is they draw no attention to themselves. So if you are distinctive looking, you shouldn't become a contract killer because people will recognize you.
You gotta have that blend into the crowd face.
Yep.
Happy ending.
Yeah. You should conceal murder, and you don't leave tracks. So they try and make the murder look like not a murder. They try and make the murder look like a suicide, and they don't leave any evidence behind. Another thing that a good hitman does is they wash their money. So if you get paid $50,000 to kill somebody, you don't just drive down to the bank and put it in there because people will start asking questions. You have to find a way to wash it and make it legitimate again.
Right.
A bad hitman forms bonds and connections with the target and employer. They draw attention to themselves. They have no concealment. They leave a trail, and they don't wash their money.
How are those people even hitmen?
Usually they don't last long.
No.
There's a few cases I've read through true crime of hitmen that were basically first timers. So they are seduced or coerced into killing somebody, and it's all fucked up all over the place. It's messy, and it's just they get tracked down right away. Based on that, there are 4 levels of hitman. Apparently, this list was put together by some mobs. I couldn't find a first source for it. But here's the 4 levels. The novice is poor, sloppy, and they're usually caught in their first few murders. So these are the people that are coerced into doing it, or they're gang initiates or something like that. And within their first few murders, they're caught because they're poor and sloppy, and they talk, and they brag.
It's like the guy who got a gun and decided he needed to make some money.
Yep. The next one is the dilettante. Is that how you pronounce it?
Dilettante.
That's the... They're desperate for cash, and they dabble in contract killing when desperate. They have no enthusiasm or skill about it. They do an okay job with concealing and stuff, but really they're not full-timers. They just dabble in it when desperate. Then you go to your journeyman hitman. They're more skilled. They have access to criminal networks and firearms, and they move more stealthily. So these are the guys who have gone to make this a full-time gig. This is their main source of money. And they have more skill, and they have access to criminal networks. And criminal networks also give you connections to police and anybody who might be investigating your killing, so you might know how to get around that. The last level hitman is the master hitman. They don't live in the same area as their target or employer. They're careful, patient, determined, and they carefully plan everything.
And when you rank up to Grandmaster, you get to take over the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We just did that quest.
That's when you get to add sneak attack to all your stealth attacks. Yes. Alrighty, that's all I got for contract killing. Anyways, I've been Ood.
I'm Sage.
I'm Leon Felger.
And I'm your guest robot.
Are you going to stick with us for next episode, Robot?
I guess so. Sure, I'm having a good time.
Oh, sweet.
Right on.
If you'd have me, I'd be happy to be here.
Yeah, you're invited.
Okay.
You're invited.
Awesome. See you next time.
And as always, join us after the palate cleanser for the after show. We're going to be doing a roundup of all our patrons and give them a little love. Our palate cleanser for tonight is by the band Apache Tomcat with their song No More Drugs. Enjoy.
Oh, baloney. The whole thing always gets back to drugs.
You got me fucked up, strung out, seven fool around a crowd, body shaking, bacon shaking, don't know what I'm talking about. I just take that's a game, with a lot of fucking things, with a lot of fun, come over now to see the sun, no drugs, no fun, no drugs, no fun, no drugs, no fun, ecstasy, how you good, every time I take a drink, it seems like I just fall asleep, living wrong, I can walk, I can scroll, every time I take a drink, it seems like I just fall
Hey, Ood here, back with the Aftershow. We're going to be showing our patrons some love and doing a roundup of all of them. That means naming them all in a row. So, for our $1, that's our buy us some candy level patrons, we have Alan.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Jay.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Brandon.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
And Crystal.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Crystal was our very first patron ever, so she always gets bragging rights. Whenever we do one of these roundups, I'm always going to mention her because she was the first ever. Coming up next with our $5 patrons, those are our buy us a beer patrons. We have Ian Moen.
Beer.
Kayla.
Beer.
Nicola.
Beer.
And Carmen.
Beer.
And sitting up top, our $20 patron, that's our buy us a meal patron, is Austin. Thank you all for supporting us. It is incredibly humbling that you would take your hard-earned money, and in today's world it really is hard-earned because a dollar doesn't go as far as it used to. For you to take even $1 of that and give it to three idiots talking about weird things to support independent media and our dream of making a little side hustle off of this project, I mean, that is just beautiful to us. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. We're going to be filling up stuff on the Black Archive, like I mentioned in the show. In a few days, I'm going to be posting a bonus episode. Me and my partner Daniel, we're going to be doing an episode on Dalia DiPolito. We're going to be going into the specifics of that case, how it took 3 court cases in order to convict her, and all the other shitty little weird lies and things that went on in that case. It's a mess back to front, and that's what makes it just interesting as hell. So, thank you for joining us for another episode. I hope you have a lovely evening. I hope you have a lovely holiday. Spend some time with family, have some fun, all that good stuff. Thank you for giving us a part of your day and tuning in. From Occulte Veritatis, this has been Ood with the Aftershow. Have a wonderful evening.